por isso que a maioria das lives eu inicio a live com música, ouvindo música. Mas tem que conectar a conta do Spotify para o PlayStation. Oi? No seu PS4 não tinha. Como fala? Spotify? Então você nem precisa conectar, então. Já que você transferiu sua conta para PlayStation 5. Fanda. Fui eu. Lembra que a gente jogava o Fall Guys? E seu nick era Loucura Gamer? Era esse nick que eu queria colocar na PSN. Só que eu não lembrava na hora. Ué, você não tá com cabo de rede, não? Tem que fazer aqueles negócios ali, ó. Afloramento da linha. O quê? Era diária, se eu não me engano. A gente vai ter que ir lá pro toca do Stromper. Destructor, terror. Alguma coisa assim, não sei. Ai. Esqueci qual que é a direção. Ah, essa direção. Borboleta! Ih, fudeu. Ai. Tá pegando fogo. Que isso?
Disappear.
Ó o Thiago aí. E aí, Gui?
You're open. Wind blade. With the wind. You're open.
Eu não quero morrer do que perder a vida. O Gui e o Thiago. Eles estão bugados. Ah não, aqui achei os dois aqui, ó.
Wind blade.
Caraca, esse cristal nunca morre, não? Aê! Ô, esse negócio gosta de ficar aqui, né? Eita. Ah, esse bicho chato de novo. Sabe que eu te odeio, né, viado? Não. Eu queria o outro guarda da ruína, não é esse? Deixa eu ver, cadê o outro? O outro tá aqui também. Se desse pra transportar pra chegar mais rápido. Aqui em cima. Ah, é esse que vai ser o guarda da ruína aqui. Eu lembro desse local.
Shine down. More speed.
Oxi. Ah, não carregou ainda. Caraca, o outro tá aqui do lado, praticamente. Tá dando umas travamentos aí.
Disappear.
You can't run! This is, well,
Wind blade.
miscalculated.
É foda, né, Thiago? Você tá fazendo live também, ou Baia, não? Deixa eu ver. Ainda bem que você lembrou. Só tenho 80. Eu tentei uma vez trocar lá, não consegui lá não, ô Thiago. Deixa eu passar a estátua do set lá pra me curar. Eu tenho, só que eu não conectei o negócio do celular pro PC. Não, a galeria. Eu tô só, deixa eu fazer o Paranauê aqui. Tá, deixa eu ver onde que eu teleporto aí.
A reward on the road.
Pago fuego. Recheada. Tô vendo aqui os bagulhos dos personagens aqui, peraí. XP... Tenho 126. Deixa eu ver... Bárbara... Fragmento de... Lazurita. Funada. Deve ter no ferreiro, né? No ferreiro não, no bagulho lá. Tá de hack então. Quer entrar aqui na party, ô Thiago? Só tem eu e o Bai aqui. Ah. Então troque. É claro, de gelo. Recheada.
No one escapes my sights.
Windblade!
Quase.
Go, go, Baron Buddy.
Ah, fiquei congelado.
Windblade!
Minha sorte, cão que late não morde. Deixa eu ver. De manga, deixa eu alguém. Ah, o Thiago tá off. Abaixa. Já acabou. Viva pouco pra falador. Deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ver que também que ele mandou. Ele sonha pra minha sorte. Ah, não mandou nada. Eu acho que acabou, Resina. Acho que acabou. Eu acho, deixa eu ver. 41. Cadê o áudio nesse jogo aqui? Não sei, eu acho que sim. Você me deu uma ideia. Deixa eu ver. Cadê? Olha outro personagem que eu queria upar. A Noelle, deixa eu ver. Tá, tem que ir lá pro cubo roxo. Roxo não, lendário, quer dizer. Pra mim é dourado, tanto faz. Ah, é. Aí você tem um ponto. Aí fodeu. Então deixa eu cancelar aqui o bagulho. Deixa eu upar os personagens aqui então.
I wonder when I'll be as tall.
Uma hora depois. Colocar lá no máximo. Não. Por quê? Tem que fazer ascensão de aventura. Os bichos lá é 60? É? Quase 60. Quer fazer pra mim então? Eu te dou o controle. Dá sim. Se quiser dar, você fala. Tentei. Que isso? Pronto. Ué, mas dá pra te dar o controle enquanto tá fazendo live. É. Só não pode fazer isso. Ô, quadrado. Ué, que tem a ver? Não entendi. Ah, tá. Aí tu quer cair o cu da bunda? Acho que não.
Let's dance.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
No escape.
Disappear.
Gaguejou, perdeu a vez. Até lá tá difícil de fazer? Até lá tá difícil de fazer?
Baron Bunny. No one.
Frostbite. Freeze.
Percebi. O quê? O quê? Aí sim, ô Gui.
I can't wait any longer.
With the wind. This moment will be frozen in time.
Boba, get them.
Cool it.
Acho que foi o. Acho que foi o Oliver que colocou pra mim.
Freeze.
Out of the frying pan. Let's dance.
Wind blade.
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Ah, o Thiago voltou, hein?
I'll protect us.
Disappear. Dodge this.
They're really your Boba. Get them. Let the show begin. Out of the frying pan, it's
Freeze. Dodge this.
Ué, era só isso?
Mano, na minha época, você tinha que enfrentar um cubo roxo gigantesco.
Vai, abre o baú aí pra nós. Pra mim quer dizer.
Nossa. Cara, na minha época é muito mais difícil, mano. Ninguém fazia isso não, mano. Me azar ou ninguém. Na minha época já tinha mais vantagem, mano. Você viaja nos negócios aí, entra no cubo roxo. Uma praxe. Posso dar?
Dá. Eita.
Encontra um dinheiro aqui rapidão. Eu vou dar tiro na Shogun, tá? Posso?
Ai, pode.
Nem fudendo, vou fazer mó bico. Nem fudendo. Nem fudendo. Essa arma é a minha primeira arma no jogo, tá?
Uhum.
Meu, eu não percebi nem que a flecha normal do jogo tem arma eu não consigo nem ver o resultado. Tá vendo essa arma? Você vai trocar por essa, tá? Essa aqui é a melhor arma pra ele, tá?
Ele quem?
O Shikio. Você que pegou azul.
Ué, então troca aí agora.
Como assim não tem bennett? Ó, quando você pegar um bennett, você vai colocar essa arma aqui, ó, tá vendo? É 5 estrelas.
Uhum.
Você vai colocar essa arma aqui. Nem eu tenho essa arma, eu queria essa arma no meu bennett. Mas ninguém vai ter essa arma. Por que 25? Tava 20 alto? Quê?
Eita, mas você pode ver outras coisas.
Não. Deixa eu fazer a diária do sal. Tem uma diária que você começou a receber.
Aproveita e pega lá o ascensão. Ascensão não. A recompensa lá. De nível.
Opa, nível.
Eita.
Add
Quem
Astro.
pegou ainda na época, né, que tinha um cubo roxão? Quero ser um minerador.
Que isso, Thiago? Cagado. Ele pegou o personagem de graça
Didn't
hoje.
know you were such a slacker.
Starei, eu tem consolação. Hoje em dia tá sem função. Antigamente não era muito chato não.
what's the hurry?
Não, eu acho que você multou. Ou caiu. Acho que você multou naquela hora que você falou aí. Pra mim.
Ad Astra. Thank you for.
Ai, dá pra mim então. Ah.
Essa zoeira, tá vendo? Tem uns brilhos que é mais doido que a estrela e daí tem uns botões dourados. Esse aqui é só uma estrela, tá vendo? Essa só estrela, você vai, for todo finalmente, você vai vir e vai comprar os tiros, esses tiros aqui do banner normal e esse aqui do banner mochileiro. Sabe quais são esses?
Sei.
Então aí todo mês que desce
Windblade!
você pegou uma armadura pra você,
Você mandou lá pra mim, ô Thiago? A thumb que você falou? Daqui a pouco já vai cair também? Não é. Sei lá, 5 minutos? Não, nem lembro mais. Agora. Fia. Pode. 5.
então lá no Star Ranger,
Se for de graça. O problema é que é meu armazenamento. Tá quase no full.
tem 40. O que aconteceu se você colocar de alguém
Não sei, deu vontade só. Agora é eu, Gui. Antes era o Baia. Tava fazendo um negócio pra mim. Eita.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right? because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. Paimon's creeped out.
Ué, faz tempo, Thiago. Você não sabia, não?
You mean you used to act like that too? So
Não, o Thiago perguntou o Baia se o Baia joga no console.
do they just exist in your imagination? Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? What's so this imaginary friend of yours? When does Paimon get to meet them? Seriously? So imaginary friends just disappear? Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. No way!
Não sei, não
You
testei
guys are so
ainda.
lucky. Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a...
Acho que melhor não.
Fancy meeting you here.
Vai que a live é interrompida. Prefiro não.
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the...
Come now, that's no way to speak up. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
dangerous?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called an Ernama detector.
PS5 agora, ô
Lisa isn't
Thiago.
able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while.
Ah, o que você fez com seu PS4 ainda? Você tá guardado ainda, ô Baia?
Huh?
Fala sério.
Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain
Tá bem guardado.
sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, traveler. Take a look. See if you can see.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you too.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size.
Parece?
Right then, you'll just have
Nossa,
to
é outra realidade.
see what everyone's imaginary friends look like. Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Pegar você de jeito. Que a tela é mais leve pra jogar também.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure. How can I help? Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly? floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always want
Friends with a flying plant?
Tá com meu irmão, tá guardado também.
because then when it's
De
windy,
lembrança.
you and your friend can fly off into.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant
Pra você?
existed from an explorer who told me stories of. I think his name was
Pra você?
Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer. And you could tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The Amazing Adventures of Stanley are super famous and he's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Aventura próxima quarta, viu?
Thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
O L.
No way!
Well, that is...
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say we postpone our conversation with Timmy for...
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
Não.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
O quê?
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately...
Que isso, Baia?
Just drink responsibly.
Me chamou de Oliver.
Okay?
Que isso?
And if I did have one too many, what then?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy.
I see no reason to cling to things.
Tem canal, faz tempo,
Is
Thiago.
that so? Then I trust you were most
Você?
swift indeed to part with us.
Sorry. I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Well, like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear?
Agora que você percebeu?
Let's go and check. How about
Na
Ellen?
cama.
Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Não sei, depende. Se você quiser em outro lugar, eita. Já que você me entende.
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? So she's so determined to become a knight that she Okay, that's kind of weird.
Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me
É,
really
isso daí,
pumped up.
Thiago.
Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself...
Ah, voltando ao assunto lá, o Baia.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Você tinha me perguntado por que eu tô jogando Genshin agora.
Oh, thanks.
Porque...
I was thinking,
Hã?
it's not every day I get to hang out with the
Dele
honorary
quem?
knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
Não, por causa do Fortnite, né? Tá morto.
Dummies at once.
Eita.
With the wind!
Shame. Didn't... Oh, how can I smash all these training dummies at once? Huh, so that's how to do it. Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite...
Well,
Olha a
I'm
motoca.
exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could
Nem
you
sei
let him
quem
know
é,
I'll have to be
o
another
Thiago.
day?
Eu só joguei uma missão só
You
lá.
should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer. Great! Thank you so much.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Oxi.
We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Ah. Ah, entendi como que usa a habilidade da Vente. Só as 9, o Tete. Morre, caceta. Normal, Gui, por quê?
Here we go. Time for takeoff. Think you can get away?
Hey, are those guys?
Yeah.
Racy and Booba, get them!
What?
Porra.
Uncalled for. Time for takeoff.
Porra, vou morrer.
Come on, we can do it. Let's dance. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. You're toast.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that
Que você vai fazer, ô baia?
anyway. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I
Então
assume.
vai lá então.
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we
Você tá muito quieto.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that...
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the mirror?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you wanted to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Magivari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Marriage of Ari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Marriage of Ari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind. That's the
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Marriage of Ari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Time for takeoff.
Não! Ah, morri. Ué, como que faz essa parte aqui?
Let's play.
Protect us.
Porra.
I can't stop now. They need me. I feel a little weak.
Porra!
Think you can get away? Yahoo!
Nice and spicy.
What? Brace yourselves. Yeah. Let's play.
Boba, get them. Eat this. Race you.
Porra!
Cool it. Ah! Ah! Freeze.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
Gostei, Thiago. Se puder fazer também pra mim o lá da doação lá, no salve.
You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea.
Eu até baixei aqui, senão
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley.
faz tendem.
Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
Pode ser, Thiago.
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. The weapons he took on his adventure, all those... I don't know. Since you guys are the experts, you bet. This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of... Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited. So, what do you say? help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because my reasons are so...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
A reward on the road.
Disappear!
Ele é o representante. Vai lá, filho. Você ganha R$10 do seu pai, vai. Vai, filho. Vai, filho.
Hey, that bunch of hill churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time.
Tchau.
Dodge this! Cool it! Oh, so sorry. Don't push your luck. Dodge this! Wind blade!
Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kinda basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly trolls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor...
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where?
Obrigado,
I wanna
exterminador.
see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Não, o modo história tem que matar o viado lenda. A história dos personagens aqui.
Disappear! Wind blade!
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlium by now. If not... Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that. Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll, too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
I'm starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling. I'll get back to my, stroll now.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should... Although, on further reflection, someone who can't... I wonder...
What are you talking
Tá,
about?
chega. Espere até a noite chegue. 6 às 11. Deixa eu ver. Nossa, 1000 metros. Você tá louco.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name? Could there be another person called Stanley?
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me?
Te convido aí, eu, Thiago, pra party.
Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short. And all because of a worthless Tagalong.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think but the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner. Not the real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other
Nossa, que confusão.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Now. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the... Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stan, that's my biggest secret. All these, but the one thing I can never...
Meu Deus, não para de...
is that he died in the windless land.
Diálogo.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm go-
Que é isso, Breno? Tá com saudade dele e não de mim. Achei bem gays aí também.
With his true self, and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for... I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf! Hey!
Ah, vai cagar, Thiago, vai. Vai catar coquinha. Esse Breno aí, viu, te contar, hein? Não! Oxe, que porra é essa? Só por causa que eu cheguei lá? Tava reconectando o servidor? O que esse jogo tem contra mim?
You made it. Finally.
Tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage. When actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays...
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze...
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form?
Yep. My current form is not so different from... In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy, not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting?
Então, né, Thiago?
So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! But Venti's telling his story! What makes you suddenly want to have a meat feast?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's headed up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away.
A história do personagem que desbloqueou lá pra mim.
See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Ah, até que enfim. Não acaba mais. Entra aqui, ô Baia. Ué, como que você conseguiu mandar coisa então pra mim? Solicitação de entrada. Nossa, arrombei a porta.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are able to catch a moment of peace. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of decoration. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius, but you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch. Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
Olha o Zil aí. Quem tá aí?
Hello, we're here to...
Hello? Did I hear you correctly? Hello?
Hello?
Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner? Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. Look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the waste. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
If it isn't the honorary knight, I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh?
Cá por fora.
Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Lá por fora.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm
Quer jogar Fortnite depois, ou Baia?
keep at it and never give up.
O quê?
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Shoop, but it turns out that he's a peculiar character that...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures
Qualquer coisa.
The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Stormbear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, Who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here?
Let's move.
Let's fight first and talk later!
Be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Ready, steady,
All you got.
let's dance!
I see through you, lover. This one's well done. You can't run. Well, try. This one's well done.
Cool it.
You need to hurry up. Use this first.
Freeze.
Roast and fry. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Cool it.
This one's well done. You can't run.
That was unexpected.
This one's well done. Roast and fry. This one's well done. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Use this first. This one, that all you got?
Windblade.
You can't run. Looks like I went too far. What an annoyance. You need to hurry up.
Freeze.
Use this first.
Disappear.
I must collect myself. This one's well done. You need to hurry up. Roast and fry. You need to hurry up. This one's well done. But unfortunate fault. Take cover. Have a load of this.
Windblade.
Let's move. Have a load of this. Let's move. Use this first.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time.
This first.
Ô bosta, não dá pra trocar.
here!
This first. This is trouble.
Windblade!
I will end you.
What's the hurry?
Freeze! Let's end this quickly! Cool it! This is bad.
Oh, so sorry.
Dodge this!
Ó.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me?
Yeah.
Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as... I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Playman's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still...
Assim que acabar aqui a missão, eu vou lá.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin.
Porque você vai jantar agora?
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean...
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral... If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to: your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
Já.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be
Ué,
used
você não tem
during
não,
morning hours.
Jamil?
Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water. Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend
Ah,
is a set
tá,
phrase that
entendi.
can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
Você... Deixa eu falar, ô cabeça de pica. Você vai sair, mas você vai voltar ou não?
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Ah. Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Porra, nunca acaba essa bosta aqui não?
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
Nunca acaba essa bosta?
This can't be.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with them. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if...
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Ah, right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. And again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's... I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark... You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cut.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't even to this very day. And if that wasn't enough, here...
You have a point, but mark my words. This
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here. If you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time. Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, as memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family.
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape. Let's leave it at that. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more—
no need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure, right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Acabou, né, missão? Puta que pariu. Não acabou até agora. Bate a espinha do rei.
you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of it compared to what we've already seen. This should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can find...
All right, let's get... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings.
Oh
No
shit.
need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult at first, but the key, remember, you must be... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again.
O que? Não entendi. Essa missão?
It'll be difficult at first, but the key is to remember, you must be elegant.
Essa bosta aqui. Sem ser lançado. Boa pergunta.
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings.
Ah, depois eu faço essa missão aqui, vai. Vou lá pro forte, vai. O quê?
No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again.
É isso aí que eu não tenho.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the...
strange wanderer.
La da 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 da.
Vem, filho. Vem. Quer biscoitinho? Quer biscoitinho? Não quer biscoitinho? Vem aqui. Quer biscoitinho? Vem, quer comer? Vem. Vem.
Você te contar, hein, Baia?
La da 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 da.
Acho. Bem gay.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
A new punching bag. Take that!
Que isso? De dar. É. É. E você é o quê?
That's close enough.
A reward on the road.
Nice and spicy. Eat this!
Merda. E aí, forte amigo? É? Se eu tô falando?
Pô, você não vai jantar, não? Vai tomar banho então, né?
Ah, tem mais um ali, ó. Onde que é? Ah, do outro lado. Tô indo na direção certa. Pega.
A new hunt. The win! Freeze!
Come on, we can do it. Go, Barber, go!
Cool it! Elbow tricks up your sleeve! Where do you think you're going? Don't get frostbite. Dodge this! Don't push your luck. Cool it! No more tricks up your sleeve! Wind blade! Disappear! Want this one? Dodge the cool it. Where do you think you're? Wind blade. Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Regret.
Ah, é o Thiago. Tá mandando a solicitação de entrada. Pensando que era aleatório.
With the wind!
Onde que ficou o bagulho mesmo? Ah, tá. Pra lá. Olha quem tá aqui. O robô que eu odeio. Ali, ó. Tá. Ai, ai.
With the wind! Wind blade!
Deixa eu ver se dá pra upar agora o viajante.
May I present? La da 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 da.
É, tinha que pegar um negócio lá, ó. Agora que eu lembrei. Agora deixa.
The show begins. Look alive. Cha.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
O que a gente pode fazer? Cadê o Gui? Tá aí ainda, Gui?
Everything's ready. Let's go!
Tem que fazer com o abismo aqui pra ganhar uma menina lá, o Thiago, sabe?
Everything's ready. Let's go!
Piso 4, câmera 3.
Everything's ready. Let's go!
Piso 4, câmera 3. Deixa eu ver. Piso 4. Acho que é esse aqui, não é?
as a dutiful maid would.
Carraha.
Dodge this.
Right. Eat this! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Frostbite.
Boba, get them!
With the wind. Disappear.
Time to clean up. Someone needs assistance.
Cacetada.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Wind blade.
Race you!
Freeze. Wind blade. Dodge this. Oh, so soft.
Eat this! That really hurt!
Ah, não vai dar tempo não. Que bosta.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
É, melhor upar os personagens aqui primeiro. Acho que eu vou lá pro forte, viu? Ou senão vou ver o YouTube.